Hello, welcome to VidTech, Dylan here. And in today's video, what I will be doing is I'm going to review Linux and I'm going to see if it is as good as Windows 10 and macOS. So this video on Linux is going to be a bit different from my other system review videos because, well, Ubuntu, which is the distribution of Linux that I'll be using, is a modern operating system, so it can be used today, but in this video I'm going to be finding out how well it can be used today in comparison to Windows 10 and macOS. And by the way, this is my first time using Linux, so I'm very excited to see how good of an operating system Linux is, and see how it holds up to other operating systems. Alright, so here I am in Ubuntu, which is the distribution of Linux that I'm using. Now, as you can see here, we've got Google Chrome and Firefox. Firefox comes with Ubuntu, which I find pretty neat, and that is the web browser that I prefer for Linux simply because it's less laggy and it requires less RAM. Now, I'm sure y'all know that Google Chrome is known for using up a lot of RAM, way too much. But yeah, this is Firefox. You see, you got shows us some top sites. I'm going to go to Twitter because Twitter is a very popular form of social media. So yeah, as you can see, Twitter is Twitter on here, and we can go to Gmail. It's not as fast as Windows 10, but it's not that much slower. It's a pretty minor difference. And let's just Google something. Let's just Google Linux because I mean that is what we're using, and there we go. You've got the search results, and yeah, we've got pictures. Let's say we want to get a picture of Tux the penguin. Like, let's say we want to get a closer look at that. There we go. And in case y'all don't know, Tux the penguin is the mascot for Linux. So, as for web browsers, Linux is up there with Windows 10 and Mac OS, I would say, because we've got Firefox, which comes with it, and we can run Chrome. Now, Chrome is more laggy. And let's try out YouTube. Let's see how well videos will play. And you guys can see, this is my video on Windows 10 running on a Core 2 Duo. Now, unfortunately, it is kind of laggy. That is kind of unfortunate, if you ask me. I don't know why that's the case, but I was expecting it to not be very laggy, but unfortunately, it's laggy. But other than that, it plays pretty well. So Ubuntu, for its media player, it comes with Rhythmbox, which is right there. That's Ubuntu's version of Windows Media Player, and you can play music with it. It's more for I think it's more for music than it is for videos, but I have no idea because this is my first time using Linux. And yeah, you can just play some music, podcasts, even radio. So these are just some radio stations. So I didn't want to play the music on video because, copyright issues. I don't want this video to get demonetized. But I will confirm that it could play music pretty well. And you guys know what VLC Media Player is, I hope. If you don't know, VLC Media Player is a free media player that is honestly my favorite of all the media players out there because you can play pretty much any file type that's of media, like MP4, MP3, .mov, and you name it, it will play it. Now, I don't have any videos to play, but yeah, VLC is VLC. It will do its thing. And this is the newest version of VLC 3.10. And I really do like how it supports Linux because VLC is amazing. And as for media, there's not a difference between Windows and Mac. It's the exact same to me, and it will still play any format of media. And for business use, for Windows and Mac, you can get Microsoft Office. You've got to pay for that, unfortunately. But and on Mac, you also get you got Pages, Keynote, and I think the Excel version is Numbers. I'm not sure. But on Linux, it's similar. You get LibreOffice, which is free, and it comes installed. So you've got Write, Impress, Draw, and Calc. Now, I'm going to go with Write because that's LibreOffice's version of Word. But as you guys can see, the interface is very similar to Microsoft Word. I mean, to me, there's hardly a difference. Everything is almost everything at least is in the same place. I mean, you can do a exponent if you really need to, which is something you can obviously do in Word and hopefully Pages. It's been forever since I've used Pages. And the best part is you can save it as a .docx, which is the same file format as Microsoft Word. And this is Calc for LibreOffice, and just like Write, the interface is very, very similar to that of its Microsoft counterpart, which in this case would be Excel. It's not much of a difference. I can just type something, type some numbers, you know. But yeah, there's hardly a difference. And here is Impress, which is LibreOffice's version of PowerPoint. It's just like the other two, it's very, very similar. And I'm just going to type something, because, I mean, this statement is true. LibreOffice, oh, I did not mean to do that. Yeah, LibreOffice. The best part about it is it comes with Ubuntu pre-installed. So you don't have to worry about getting Office software. You don't have to worry about it because it's right there. I mean, and this Draw, I guess that's their version of Microsoft Paint. I have no idea. I guess this is, I don't know what you say. Yeah, you can see you can draw here. I can't draw, so I'm not even going to try. Well, I'm just going to, you know, draw some lines in here. It's not drawing, but like I said earlier, LibreOffice, it comes with Ubuntu, which is very neat, if you ask me. And I'm going for office use, for business use, I'm going to put it above Windows simply because of the fact that it comes pre-installed. Now, macOS, it comes with Pages, Keynote, and Numbers. And now, for security, now Linux does not get too many viruses because not many people use it. Because people who make malware, they're targeting Windows and more commonly now, Mac users. And Linux, I would say, is pretty safe from all that. But there is an antivirus that I have installed on here called ClamAV that I will show y'all in a second what it looks like to run a scan on there. And this is what a virus scan in Linux looks like if you're using the ClamAV antivirus, that is. Now, ClamAV is arguably well, to me at least, it's the best antivirus for Ubuntu that I could find. And Linux, it comes with a lot of great features. We've got a calendar, Cheese, which is a camera app. We got language support. I'm not sure why they made its own app, but that's pretty neat. This is Mines, which is Minesweeper, basically. Yeah, if you're up for some Minesweeper and you have Linux, then it's on there. I find that really neat because I love Minesweeper. I used to play it all the time on Windows XP. So Shotwell is like Photos on Mac and Windows, and it's just a photos manager. You can just get photos on here. This looks pretty similar to Photos on Mac, if you ask me. I don't have any photos on here to show y'all, but that looks like a great photos manager. I went over Rhythmbox, which it's its own media player. And also, I forgot about Solitaire. And something that I did not go over is Thunderbird Mail, which is similar to the Mail app in Windows 10 and Apple and Mac OS, in fact. And it's basically like Outlook. Also, you could say that. I haven't tested it out yet, but I'll try putting my Gmail. I'm sure you can add a Gmail account on here because it's modern. Yeah, it's saying you can set up an email account. I'm gonna do that off camera, but I'm almost certain that'll work because this is up to date. So yeah, that's it for Ubuntu. I mean, there's not really much else to go over, but one thing that I can say is that it impressed me. I mean, we've got the most modern. We can get all the modern softwares on here that you will need, including Firefox, which comes with it, VLC, LibreOffice, etc. So yeah, and I'm going to go over my thoughts in Linux, and I'll see you guys when I'm on camera. So now that I've reviewed Linux and went over all its features and what you can and can't do on there, the question is, how good is Linux? And my answer is, it's pretty darn good now. You can do anything on Linux that you can do on macOS and Windows 10. I mean, the only real problem I had was watching YouTube, but I'm sure that was more of a me problem than a Linux problem. But yeah, other than that, Linux is amazing. I'm kind of surprised that not a lot of people use it, considering that it's free, and like I said earlier, you can do anything you can do on macOS and Windows on Linux. And my favorite feature is the fact that it comes with LibreOffice pre-installed. I mean, yeah, you can get LibreOffice on Windows and Mac for free, but it comes with Linux, and it is very, very similar to Microsoft Office. If you don't know what to do with like an old computer or something that is fairly modern, then I recommend to install Linux on it, because maybe you can try it out yourself too, if that's going to be the case for you. And that's it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. And if you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. But for now, this is Dylan signing off. Have a good one.